Hey, welcome to my channel. This is a Black Man's View. Today I want to talk about something about another reason why I just cannot stomach, deal with, put up with, tolerate Republicans nowadays. First, before I get into that, let me tell you something about myself. I am a 22-year retired military veteran. I joined the military straight out of high school. Served 10 years, got out because I thought that I didn't want to do it anymore. I was still young and stupid. So I moved to Dallas, Texas. Stayed in Dallas. I was in the reserves during that time. I spent 8 years in the reserves. And then I was like, I might as well go back and finish my career, do this full time. So I went back active duty. And I just retired 2 years ago. Like I said, it was a total of 22 years that I spent in the military active duty. And during that time, I've been deployed 3 times. I have been to numerous countries. I have been on peacekeeping missions. I have served my time, I think, admirably. I retired as a sergeant first class in the military. I was on the list to make master sergeant when I retired, but I was already, my mind was determined that I couldn't do it anymore, that I was out after having 2 surgeries on my knee and 1 on my ankle. And plus the place that I was, my last duty station, it just all added up to me. It was time for me to go. Plus the Army's changed. And it was just time for me to go. I knew, you know when it's time for you to retire, you know. And so I dropped my paperwork, and here I am. Back home living in North Carolina right now. Charlotte, North Carolina, that's where I'm at right now. And I had a very, very good career. Very good career. I did almost everything that I set out to do while I was in the military. Almost everything I set out to do. And honestly, still feel like I could still be putting that uniform on every day. And it's just by coincidence that I'm wearing my old Army PT shirt today. I wasn't intending on making a video like this, but I just saw some stuff that just got on my mind. So I was like, okay, let me do it. But if I hadn't have went to Fort Bliss, Texas, well, Fort El Paso it's a cool, it's an all right city, it's okay. But the unit the unit that I retired from was just, it was very distasteful. It left a bad taste in my mouth, to put it bluntly. So I decided that I'm not doing this anymore. So I told the people I'm getting out. Dropped my paperwork, and about a year later, I'm a civilian. And the reason why I went into that deep background is because Trump's running mate, Vance, is talking bad about Harris's running mate about his military service. Now, this guy, military, he served honorably just like I did, except he did all his time in the National Guard. And I think it was 24 years he served in the National Guard. He did all his time there. And retired as a master sergeant. Vance did 4 years in the Marines and didn't retire. He just got out. Now, normally, that was probably his first initial contract, his first enlistment. He served out his first enlistment and he got out. Now, normally, if you only do your first enlistment, either you realize that the military is not for you, or the military realizes you're not for it. And you both agree to disagree and part ways. Nobody that only served 4 years has a right to say anything to anybody that retired, that was a career soldier. In other words, Vance, you need to sit back in the corner, shut the fuck up, and let the grown folks talk, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about at all. And anybody that knows anything about the military knows that you just don't retire. You just don't wake up one morning and be like, hey, look here, I'm going to retire tomorrow. Put in your little memo saying, I resign, I'm retiring, and then the next day you take the uniform off and you go home. You know what, it don't go like that. If you know anything about the military, don't go like that. You have to submit your intent to retire, and most people do that a year out. And then it's either approved or disapproved. And what this client, see, I'm heated about this because I'm very passionate about the military, very passionate, because the military saved my life, Army saved my life. So if my language is a little bit harsh, y'all have to excuse me because this shit pissed me off. So, like I said, you drop your intent to retire, and it goes up the chain, and either it gets approved or disapproved by the powers that be. And if your unit is already on orders to deploy, you get told flat out, nah, son, we need you. You resubmit your paperwork after you finish your deployment, but you coming with us. It's called a stop loss. It don't matter if you was about to leave that unit, PCS, which means you are going somewhere else and still in the military, or you ETS, which means that you are done, you done fulfilled your contract and you getting out. Either way it goes, if your job is mission critical to whatever that unit is trying to do, wherever you've been deployed to, your retirement plans are put on hold until after you come back, if you come back. So all this bullshit that this motherfucker's talking about, how Wash turned his back on his unit and retired while they were getting ready to go to either Iraq or Afghanistan, I forgot which one it was, is bullshit. He already had his plans in motion before his unit even knew they'd been deployed. There might have been rumors about, yeah, we about to go somewhere, but until they get orders officially saying, okay, you are going on this date and this time, and these are the people that's going with you, it's up for grabs. It's just rumors. That's all it is. So for this guy to talk shit about a retired, well, they said he was a command sergeant major. I'm not sure exactly how the rank goes in the National Guard. I assume it's the same. He was an acting command sergeant major, but he retired as a master sergeant. This guy spent 24 years of his life doing what Vance only did for 4, if Vance did it for 4. And like I said, if he only did it for 4 years, again, either he realized that he wasn't cut out for the military, or the military realized that this motherfucker wasn't cut out for it. So he needs to shut the fuck up. Honestly, he needs to just keep his mouth shut about shit that he don't know nothing about. If he knew anything about the military, he already knew how the retirement process worked. You understand me? So that's what pisses me off about these punk ass Republicans. They're hypocritical. They claim all this shit, oh, we support the servicemen, we support the police, we support the firefighters, but then their actions speak louder than their words. The actions, just like this shit, January 6th. Law enforcement officers died protecting the Capitol and protecting the people inside the Capitol. But these motherfuckers, these Republicans, one of them even said it was just like a Sunday casual stroll, a tourist attraction through the Capitol that day. When law enforcement officers died, but you're supposed to back the blue and back the military and back the veterans so much. Man, all y'all can suck a dick, straight up. Every Republican reading this, suck a dick. Because your values and your morals are fucked up. Fucked up. You understand me? And yeah, I said it. Vance, coming from a military vet that proudly served and was deployed, and a veteran, disabled veteran because of the injuries I sustained of all the running and jumping and everything else that I did while I was in the military, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, my entire black ass. Make sure you get the crack of it, motherfucker, because you full of shit. And like I said, I apologize for the language of this post, but this type shit, you served 4 years, player. You served 4 years, Duke, 4. And you got the nerve to talk shit about a dude that served 24? The fuck out of here, bruh. The fuck out of here. And I hope this goes viral so that you can see it. You and your ilk can suck a dick. Anyway, that's my post for today. Until next time, deuces.